Blake Lively is being criticized for the way she's handled herself during interviews for the movie It Ends With Us, which deals with domestic violence. A lot of the criticism is coming from one interview in particular, where Blake is asked a question about people who want to ask her about domestic violence. Now, Blake actually jokes about the way he's asked her this question, and a lot of people have only seen this part of the clip. Check it out.
They're really going to want to talk to you. This movie is going to affect people, and they're going to want to tell you about their life. So if someone understands the themes of this movie, comes across you in public, and they want to really talk to you, what's the best way for them to be able to talk to you about this? How would you recommend they go about it?
Like asking for like my address or my phone number or like my location share. Or I could just location share you, and then we could
The person interviewing her even starts to kind of banter back with her and joke along as well.
I'm just curious about
social security number.
I'm a Virgo, so I'm like, are we talking logistics? Are we talking emotionally?
So that is basically all people have seen of this interview, was Blake and the reporter kind of bantering back and forth about this. Now, unfortunately, nobody has seen the rest of the interview where Blake actually does answer the question. The reporter was actually interviewed as well with Fox News about his take on this, and this is what he had to say.
Many are accusing Blake Lively of using the film's promotional campaign to promote things other than the movie, like her hairline, or a lot of the interviews give off a fun, flowery image, and not using the movie to discuss the far more serious topic of domestic violence. And a now viral TikTok is using her reaction to our interview question as sort of an exhibit A to seemingly exemplify that she's not taking the topic seriously enough. However, she does seem to have gotten the message. Yesterday, Lively took to Instagram to provide information and help for those who are dealing with domestic violence. And I also would like to add that after she made those comments about my initial question, she did go on to answer the question. Right. That part isn't necessarily ending up in anyone's viral TikTok videos. The movie and now, you know, with her help on social media, the word is now getting out there.
Good.
So here is the way that Blake actually answered the question.
Yeah, what's been beautiful about this movie is that, like, unfortunately, we all know at least someone, but we normally know like a lot more than some ones. We know some manys who have experienced this, and the beauty of this has been to see people and to see this movie alongside women who haven't experienced this. Thank goodness. Go, whoa! It was I fell in love too. I saw the red flags, but they didn't look red. They looked kind of fuchsia and cute. But like, you know, I ignored them, and I see why. And the story is told with such empathy that I feel like this movie can be healing. It can be a cautionary tale, and it can also it can be inspiring. So I think that the movie itself and Colleen's work itself does that work. And for anyone, if anyone ever comes up to you and says that your work meant something to them outside of just having that collective experience in a theater where you laugh and cry and feel together, like, what a blessing. Like, what, you know, the fact that we get to do this and it gets to mean something is like, yeah, it's really significant.
Another clip from that interview has also gone viral. It's where Blake talks about having toxic masculinity and not crying during the film. Check this out.
Do you cry at your own movies?
I suffer from toxic masculinity. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
No. I cry
She
when
hit me when I started crying. Yeah. Said, get those tears back in there, boy.
So again, that is all people saw of that small clip from the interview, but this is how she actually answered the question.
This movie, it still makes me cry. Yeah, there are still moments but I love these characters so deeply, and I'm so proud of the work that we all did in this movie. And that's, you know, every single member on screen, all the people off screen. It was such a collective effort to get what you see on screen.